Morning, Louise. How are you?
Morning, Guy. I'm really good, thank you. Great to see you.
And you. Thank you for taking the time out to do a little interview for me this morning. That's great. So, Louise, perhaps we should start for anybody watching this video who doesn't know you or I, about your role as the chair of the foundation and perhaps the connection between yourself and me.
Yeah, no problem at all. So, as well as being Moto's Chief People Officer, I am also the chair of the Moto Foundation. I've worked for Moto for 19 years now, and all of that time up until recently was working with you when you were in the Chief Information Officer role, but also you were a trustee of the Moto Foundation.
And continue to be, yeah. Thank you. So just if we think about and we reflect on the purpose of the foundation, Louise, what does it exist to do?
Well, I think its purpose is really simple. It's to make a positive difference to people and communities around our sites. Our sites are spread across England, Scotland, and Wales, and we want to make a difference to the communities that they serve.
And we've got a national charity partner as well in the mix.
Yes, yeah, we support three causes: mental health, the environment, and local community with a focus on disadvantaged children. And Mind is our national partner who support the first strand of mental health.
That's good, thank you. Um, so if we just think about the shoot for a moment, Louise, it's raised now close to £1 million over 14 years, and it represents, I believe, about 10% of the charity's total income in any given year. So from your perspective of chair, what what does it represent in the context of the overall fundraising strategy for the charity?
Well, look, the annual shoot is just an extraordinary example of long-term committed fundraising, how you can create something small and grow it to what it is today. It's a trusted, well-established occasion that brings people together. The numbers grow and grow every year. And it's a great occasion for people to get together, have fun, but give back and make such a significant difference to the causes that we support.
And raise a load of money whilst we're doing it, which is fab.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the money raised is just phenomenal. I mean, to get sort of 10% of our annual income from just one single event just speaks for itself.
Yeah. And then if we just think about the money, Louise, how and I know I'm on that board of trustees, so I know how this works, but I think for anybody watching, how do we decide how we allocate those funds and how do we choose those national charity partners?
Well, we look for causes and partners where it aligns with our strategy. That strategy is created from listening to our colleagues' voices, what's important to them, what's important to our operating board, what's important to our customers, what's important to us as trustees. From that, we create a strategy. That's where our three strands come from in terms of mental health, the environment, and community. And then what we're looking at within each of those areas is trusted partners, partners who we look at the funding, how much in the pound goes to the charity versus administrative costs, because, we want as much money as possible to go to the actual cause, and we do a lot of work on impact to make sure that that's the case as well.
There's a lot of due diligence behind the scenes, isn't there?
Absolutely, as a charity, you've got to have good governance. We get audited every year. We produce an annual report. We meet with the trustees 4 times a year. There's a lot of due diligence that goes around the decisions we make and making sure that they're robust.
But incredibly rewarding, Louise, and that's certainly one of the things of my involvement. I've really enjoyed understanding where the money goes and the impact that it has.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, and I don't say this lightly, but the charity is saving lives. I mean, whether, that was years ago through our partnership with Help for Heroes, whether it's through our partnership now with Mind, We are literally meeting people who our contributions help save their lives, and numerous more who we've helped to improve their lives. So there can't be a better feeling than making that difference to other people who perhaps circumstances aren't as fortunate as others.
Yeah, it's been quite humbling to be involved in part as part of it, Louise. The shoot, I'm proud to say the shoot actually attracts people who come back year after year, and we've got some companies who have been coming since year one, 14 years ago. What do you think engenders that kind of loyalty in the event from those, from that event? Why do you think people are that enamored to come back?
I think it's just so fantastically run. It's such an incredible day. It's really diverse, actually. There's just such a mix of people who've never shot before. It's suitable for men, for women, for young, for old. So many different diversity across the day. It's such a great blend of, shooting, but you get support to do that. Then understanding where the money goes to so that you want to be confident that your money makes a difference. There's auctions, there's food, there's drink if you want to do that. Great conversation. I mean, just the whole day is for anybody who's ever been on it. Always a little bit of trepidation at first, but once they get there, absolutely love it. And I don't know anybody who once they've done it, doesn't want to come back and do it again.
It's true, isn't it?
Um,
I always say that the one thing I like to see is the fear in people's eyes at the beginning of the day as they're nervous, like kids at their first day at school, and then by the time they come back at lunchtime, the excitement and the adrenaline rush that they've had in the day, and just to see that transition is brilliant.
Yeah, honestly, it's just fantastic. Such a inclusive, fun event that brings everybody together in one place. You meet so many different people, and you raise a whole load of money doing it. So,
Yeah,
what's not to love about that?
yeah. Thank you, Louise. So what difference does my involvement make to that, Louise? Why does that help the event to be a success?
Well, look, Guy, let's be honest. The event would not be the success that it's been without you at the helm. You created this event for us. You've helped it grow over the years. You're an incredible organizer. You've got an amazing relationships with so many t people in terms of building that network. And ultimately, if people want to come back for a second time, they want to have a great first event, and every event you run, it just goes to clockwork. But again, it feels it's not just transactional. There's a real emotional connection. Everything's really well thought through, and anything like this event. The amount of organisation that goes on behind the scenes, I really appreciate how much of it goes on, but it needs one person bringing all of that together for it to happen smoothly, and you're that person. And, I can't imagine us trying to do a shoot without you, if I'm honest.
And me aside, Louise, what do you think is the effect that it has on other colleagues who are involved in the event and running the event?
I think it instills pride. Colleagues, one of our values is give back. Colleagues want to give back. They want to work for a company that they feel proud to work for. And it gives our colleagues the opportunity to either get involved and help and do their part, or get involved and shoot and be connected to our suppliers who are also giving. So colleagues love to get involved. They don't always like where they end up on the scoreboard if they're not as high as they would like, but they love to get involved. It gives them a real sense of pride.
So whether it's, organizing the preparation for the event, it's selling teams, um, even helping to clear up after the event. I mean, all of those elements, you've you can see that people really throw themselves behind it,
Oh,
and it's
absolutely.
really galvanizing, I think.
It is, and I quite like how it's cross-functional as well. So we use different people from different departments. So again, it's a good opportunity to work more collaboratively. So especially, as a lot of businesses are, in central support functions working more hybrid or remote, you just get again that great opportunity to, face-to-face contact with other colleagues, suppliers, brand partners, event organizers, and it's yeah, just a phenomenal day.
Yeah, good all around. So the foundation is about to reach a staggering milestone at 13 million pounds. And the shoot, it's obviously we mentioned it's millionth. So that's going to be something that hits next year. Where to next, Louise? Where's the foundation going next, and where does the shoot sit, I guess, in that strategy and that next target?
Well, look, it's an ex challenging external environment out there, but our goal is to continue growing our impact, deepen our partnership, and make sure the money we raise reaches the people that it needs to. We know we're still living in a, mental health crisis in the UK at the moment, and we've got to continue to raise more and more funds. And the shoot's integral to that, at 10% of our annual income. If we didn't run a shoot, I can't think of any other way that we would be able to raise those funds. And so, continuing to support and enable the shoot. And plus, I think if we didn't do it, we'd just have all of our suppliers and brand partners reaching out in uproar as to why we're not having it. So yeah, it's part of our DNA now, I think, and a day that's very much looked forward to every year.
Thank you, Louise. It's been wonderful to chat this morning. Thank you very much again for making the time for me. Really appreciate it, Louise.
No,
Lovely to
no
chat.
no worries. Thanks, Guy. Take
Thanks,
care.
Louise. Cheers.